Welcome back to another new video, the 1976 Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollar, valued at a jaw-dropping $500 million. Yes, you heard that right, $500 million for a single coin. How is that possible? What makes this piece of American history so incredibly valuable? Is it the silver gleam, the patriotic design, or is there a secret buried in the metal itself? A secret so rare that even the most seasoned collectors can only dream of finding it. Welcome to World Coins Hub YouTube channel, where today we plunge into the mystery of the 1976 Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollar, unravel its astonishing story, and reveal the elusive printing error that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. And by the end of this journey, you'll be itching to check your own collection, because who knows, you might be holding a fortune in your hands. First, let's set the stage. The year is 1976. The United States is celebrating its bicentennial, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To commemorate this monumental occasion, the U.S. Mint releases a special edition of the Kennedy Half Dollar. But this isn't just any coin. The Bicentennial Half Dollar replaces the usual reverse design with a stirring image: Independence Hall of Philadelphia, the birthplace of American liberty, with the dates 1776 to 1976 boldly inscribed. Millions are struck, and Americans everywhere find these coins jingling in their pockets and stashed in their change jars. But among the countless coins minted that year, a tiny handful hold a secret, an error so rare, so spectacular, that it has transformed a simple 50-cent piece into a $500 million treasure. Now you might be wondering, how can one coin be worth so much? Is it the silver, the history, or something more? Let's dig deeper. Most Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollars are made from a copper-nickel clad composition, perfectly ordinary and widely circulated. However, a select few were minted in San Francisco using a special 40% silver-clad alloy. These silver versions were already more desirable, especially in pristine condition. But it's not just the metal that matters. In the world of numismatics, that's coin collecting for the uninitiated, rarity is king. And rarity, more often than not, is born from mistakes. Minting errors, especially dramatic ones, can turn a common coin into the holy grail of collectibles. So what is the error that catapulted the 1976 Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollar into the stratosphere of value? It's a story that begins on the factory floor, where massive presses strike blank metal planchettes with thousands of pounds of pressure. Most coins emerge perfect, but every now and then, the machinery falters. On an exceptionally rare day, a die, the engraved metal stamp that impresses the coin's design, was installed ever so slightly out of alignment. The result? A misaligned die error, but not just any misalignment. This particular error caused the Independence Hall on the reverse to shift dramatically, distorting the windows and stretching the iconic spire until it seems to lean at an impossible angle. The 1776 to 1976 date appears doubled, with ghostly shadows creating a haunting echo of America's birth year. But that's not all. Look closer, and you'll notice something even more bizarre. The word independence on the building is missing the second E. A simple mechanical slip or something more mysterious? The experts still debate, but what's certain is this: only a handful of these error coins are known to exist, and the most pristine example, gleaming, silver-clad, and perfectly preserved, was recently appraised at a staggering $500 million. Imagine finding one of these in your grandfather's coin collection or tucked away in a dusty old piggy bank. What would you do? Would you recognize the error? Would you know to look for the telltale signs, the leaning spire, the doubled date, the missing letter? This is the thrill of numismatics. The heart-pounding excitement of discovering a hidden gem where others see only pocket change. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Before you start tearing through your coin jars, it's important to understand just how rare this error is. Out of the millions of Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollars minted, only a microscopic fraction bear these dramatic mistakes. Most error coins are far more subtle: a little doubling on the date, a slight misalignment of the design. But the $500 million error combines multiple mistakes in one coin, creating a perfect storm of rarity and intrigue. Still, lesser errors can be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars to the right collector. For example, a 1976 silver-clad half dollar in mint state 68 condition recently sold for over $100, and a nearly flawless MS-69 example fetched more than $5,000. Coins with clear double die errors, where the lettering or numbers appear to ripple or blur, are especially prized. And misaligned die strikes, where the entire design is shifted off-center, can turn an ordinary coin into a showstopper at any coin convention. So how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-rare coins? Here's what to look for. First, examine the reverse side. Is Independence Hall perfectly centered, or does it seem to lean? Are the windows stretched or warped? Is the 1776-1976 date crisp, or do you see a faint double image? Next, scan the word Independence. Does anything seem off? Is every letter present and accounted for? Finally, check the edge of the coin. Is it smooth and regular, or are there signs of unusual wear or misalignment? If you spot any of these anomalies, don't dismiss it as a factory flaw. You might just be holding a piece of history, one that could change your life forever. And even if your coin isn't the legendary $500 million error, you could still own a valuable slice of Americana, a tangible link to the nation's bicentennial celebration. But why do collectors go wild for these mistakes? It's not just about the money, though the prospect of a life-changing windfall is certainly thrilling. It's about the hunt, the challenge of finding something unique in a sea of sameness. It's about connecting with history, holding in your hand a coin that slipped through the cracks of perfection, carrying with it the story of human error and mechanical chance. And above all, it's about the community, millions of collectors, young and old, united by their passion for discovery. Numismatics is more than a hobby. It's a portal to the past, a treasure map that can lead you from your living room to the vaults of the Smithsonian. Every coin tells a story, and the 1976 Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollar tells one of the most captivating tales of all. From its origins in the patriotic fervor of the bicentennial to the fateful day a misaligned die created a legend, this coin captures the imagination like few others. If you've ever wondered what it's like to hold a piece of history, to search for buried treasure, or to join a global community of explorers and enthusiasts, now is your chance. Take out your coin collection. Examine every Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollar you find. Look for the leaning spire, the double date, the missing E. Who knows? You could be the next lucky collector to stumble upon a $500 million masterpiece. And don't keep your discoveries to yourself. Share your finds in the comments below. Tell us about your most interesting coins, your rarest errors, your biggest surprises. At World Coins Hub, we're building a community of passionate collectors, and your story could inspire someone else to start their own journey. Before we wrap up, remember, numismatics is about more than just value. It's about curiosity, about asking questions and seeking answers. It's about learning to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, to find adventure in the coins that pass through our hands every day. Today, it's the Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollar. Tomorrow, it could be another hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, make sure you subscribe to World Coins Hub. We're your go-to source for rare coin discoveries, expert tips, and the latest news from the world of collectible currency. Don't miss your chance to join a community of explorers who are redefining what it means to collect. So take another look at your coins. Inspect every detail. The next $500 million secret could be waiting for you. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. Until next time, happy collecting. And remember, the world's next great coin discovery could be in your pocket right now. Subscribe to World Coins Hub and let's find it together. Thanks for watching.